So now I shall update this.
Playing the Forgotten North.
Wait, did it update on Discord or something?
no, no. On Twitch though, it says we're
Oh,
playing the Forgotten North. So
yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, it's right.
wrong.
Here we go. Save that. There we go. Now it says Dungeons and Dragons.
There it goes.
There we go. Now it says Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you're offline.
Whoa. I had to mute it. Is sound coming through for everybody? Is it working?
There's an ad, so I'll tell you in a moment. There's an ad, so I'll tell
Whoa,
you.
there it goes. Nope, sound is working great.
Yay.
Hey,
Cool. So we're live in the first game of the Forgotten of the North. That's exciting.
The North? I've been saying the Forgotten North.
No, it's Forgotten of the North.
oh, I've been saying it wrong too.
Me too.
Maybe I'm wrong. It's possible.
When in doubt, blame the
Forgot.
DM.
I have to mute the streamer. I'm getting confused of who's actually talking.
Yeah, I just had to mute it on everything. Okay. Cool. So let's do this. There we go. So you guys, well, we're gonna say that Jiven, since he's not gonna be here, is gonna kind of like remain where he is outside, depending on what you guys do. But the last thing you guys remember, actually, I think it was Jiven, wasn't it, or was it Kevorn that woke up to hear the scream?
That was me.
Yeah, because Jiven couldn't play last week either.
Oh, that's right. He missed last
Or-
session as well.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to give the audience a quick rundown of what's happened?
I believe we're the only ones watching, so.
All right. Now there's 6 people.
Is it really?
Oh,
And I'm not watching it, so.
I am, but that's just because I like seeing myself.
I think that's like the highest number I've ever had on Twitch. I'm
Aww.
setting
We
records.
hit a milestone.
Yay! Breaking records.
Keep up the momentum. Keep going.
I wonder if I should put it on. We could put it in the Nerdalo chat. I wonder if anybody would watch.
Yeah. So I guess.
I'd have to ask Sean first, probably.
My gaming community posted it on their Facebook.
Oh.
Hey.
Well, hello to anyone out there who's done that. Well,
We
anyway,
have 7 people.
oh my god, this is a new record. All right, so I guess a recap. So you guys fought ran from a dragon on top of a cliff, jumped off the cliff, fought 3 dragons while falling down the cliff. You guys teleported to a different timeline, or back in time essentially, to fight the same dragon, only like 500 years in the past, on a floating airship. The airship crashed because of the dragon. This is when Kevhorn's character actually died and became a demon eater. Then
Cleric to Demon Eater.
Yep. Let's see. Then you guys went back forward in time after meeting Briarios, the elf.
He got his pin.
Yep.
You
guys-
forgot an important.
Oh,
After Freya lost
yeah.
a hand.
So Freya lost her hand after she draxed herself through the forest on the crashing ship. It was quite amazing. Everyone survived the crash somehow. Then you guys jumped forward in time.
Violin.
Oh yeah, Twiggy broke his violin. That was so sad. And lost Bowie.
But I have a banjo now.
Yep.
And your violin's being fixed.
Oh, yeah.
And I also have a dagger.
Yeah, you got Briarios' dagger. And then now you guys are outside outside a hidden fort off of a path on your way to the town of Arb.
Now we had camped, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're camping, and that's when I woke up hearing a scream.
Is that where we are? Or is it morning yet?
Well, I had something planned to do when I heard the scream. So
Yeah, he was on first watch, so he heard that.
By all means.
Go ahead.
all right. Upon hearing the scream, I'm going to wake up Damien.
All right.
Hey,
Damien's
you wake up.
probably like curled up with a book and Javant, my weasel. Is it like a polite, or are you like kicking me?
I go up to you and I shake your shoulder. Hey, wake up.
What is it?
Look, I know you're opposed to going and attacking that fort, but there was just a scream now, and I don't know if we can just ignore why possibly good people are being hurt
A scream? Where from?
from the fort. It did come from the fort, right?
Came from the direction of the fort, yes.
It came from the direction of the fort.
I like at this point. I mean, I'm kind of like still half asleep, and I'm kind of rubbing my face now, and I'm like, well, how do we know that it was anything? It could have been any number of things.
It could have been, but it could also have been something horrible.
Heck,
Fine.
I'll come with you if it makes you feel any better. If we can just settle about this damn fort.
No, because you can't do this, and I vanish from sight. I'm gonna activate my incorporeal form.
Ooh.
Lets me go invisible for an hour.
At that point, I kind of raise my finger and I say, I could probably do that, but I'll go back to sleep anyway.
If you go to sleep, who's on watch?
Irrelevant.
I'm not thinking about that. Says something. I'm going back to sleep.
Okay, I can be invisible for up to 1 hour at will, and I can use this like 5 times.
Gonna tell me to stay
Oh god,
up?
no, even more than that.
Are you-
8 times.
Are you telling me to stay up, or
when
am
you
I?
put your head back down, you feel something flick your ear.
Ow,
Stay
what?
awake, Dan. I'll be
It wasn't
back.
even my watch next.
I'll be
Oh.
back.
I kind of set myself up against the tree, kind of more of an upright position.
I make my way towards the place.
So, are you going to go through the forest, or are you going down the entry path that's off the road you guys are kind of on?
I'm invisible, so I'll go ahead and just go down the path, but I'll stay to the side of the road.
Okay. So, as you get up to the entryway, the trees seem to like grow into like a kind of like forming a tunnel over the, I guess what you can call like a driveway, down through cuts through the forest here. Everything kind of just grows over in this arcing shape. The trees are, a lot of them are dead, a lot of them are alive, but it just grows real thick right around the entry here. It's noticeably different than the rest of the forest. So as you kind of like peek down there, you see, this dirt path that kind of just runs straight, and it kind of, moves a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, kind of like this, not winding, but, rolling path down. And way down at the end, you see like a wooden door and wall.
All right, I go up to the wall.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, you crunch your way down this path. The snow isn't landing on the path. Everything's frozen around you everywhere else, but the trees are kind of like creating this canopy, of course. So you walk through the dirt down, and you're looking at this really big, thick wooden door.
All right, I look at my hand to make sure I'm invisible, and I step through the door.
On the other side, there is a like a little hut, like a little house. It looks like it's being maintained. It's in pretty good shape. There are no lights coming from the inside. The front door, though, is actually to the left. So you see, like, there is a little door creaked open on the left side of the hut. The bottom row is brick, then you have wood on top of that, and then obviously there's like a shingled kind of roof that has snow collecting on it.
Okay. Is there any windows?
Yes.
Alright, I go peer through one of the windows. And is this the only structure inside the walls?
Yes.
Okay. I go and peer through one of the windows.
Okay, so you will be peering through. You have two choices. There's a window on the left and the window on the right. They're kind of like bay windows, I guess you could say.
I'll go ahead and look through the left one first.
Looking through the left window, you are hit. When you're in this form, you can still smell and all that stuff, correct?
I assume so, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I can't attack or anything. My strength becomes like a 2.
Right.
But
Okay.
I'm pretty much ghost form.
And you are actually invisible?
Yeah, I'm invisible. I'm incorporeal.
Okay.
I'll read exactly what it says. You turn invisible for up to 1 hour at will. While you are invisible, you have advantage on dexterity saving throws and dexterity stealth checks. While invisible, through this ability, you have a strength of 2 and cannot attack. You can dismiss this ability as a bonus action. You can use this feature, charisma modifier plus proficiency per long rest.
Fair enough. So you peek your head through, and you realize that like that there's probably a basement because I mean it's raised up a little bit, so you're kind of like your eyes are kind of like it's like shoulder height, so you're kind of looking underneath this table. It's dark. There are no lights on, but there is blood all over the floor. There is old meat just laying on the ground, and it's dripping from above you on this table onto the ground. You're looking basically underneath, like maybe like a butchering area, and there is actually you see a person kind of like hunkered down there, almost like he's waiting for something.
What is he holding? Anything?
Yeah, he's holding a weapon.
What is he dressed as? Does he look like a guard, a bandit, a typical commoner?
He looks like a highwayman, like a bandit maybe. He's dressed in like leather armor.
I pull out and I go to the other window.
When you go to the other window, oops, let me get my notes. Sorry. The other window, there is so you peek your head in. To the left, there is I don't know, maybe like a teenage woman, a girl, I should say, reading a book. She's kind of like rocking back and forth and like reading, and there's like a little bit of candlelight in her left hand, the book's in the right hand, and then there are two very small children hiding behind a bed to the right side. And there is a very armored man standing just inside that door. And again, he's like sitting down on one knee.
Now, did the kids look scared?
The kids look terrified.
Back in the other room, the blood dripping off the table, was there anything on the table?
Meat. Flesh.
Just of any discernible type?
You can't tell unless you were
Can't
to
tell. Okay.
actually like move it around and inspect it.
Alright, I pull back. And I make my way back to the others.
You're able to make it back.
Okay. Damien still awake?
You probably stay invisible, so I don't see you approach. But yeah, I'm just kind of sitting, probably reading a book.
I go up to him. I stand right in front of him. I return invisible, and I go boo.
You said turn invisible.
I did say that, didn't I? I turn visible, and I go boo.
I kind of jump in my, kind of look a little frazzled and I say, "Well, did you see anything?"
A highwayman, some scared children, a room full of blood and meat, and a man that looks like he is a walking armory. Yeah, I saw stuff.
Children?
There were two kids sitting behind a bed, terrified. There was some girl sitting in a rocking chair reading a book, holding a candle. She seemed about a teenager, but something about her put me off.
Well, what do you suggest? You're going to suggest.
I'm worried about those kids. The highwaymen I couldn't care less about, but those kids did not seem like everything was okay.
I'm concerned about them too, but
I did hear a scream, and that room was covered in blood. There was a table of meat. I couldn't discern what type of meat, though.
I know how far we are from Arb.
Yeah, you guys
She
were
was
like
reading a
halfway.
book.
You guys were like halfway there, I believe.
Yeah, I
Probably
think
take,
we.
what, like another day of walking?
Yeah, was it a day? I believe it was a day. No, it was a half day. That's why you guys slept through the night, so that way if you left in the morning, you can get there midday.
Kind of stroke my chin for a little bit, and I say, "Well, we could put it Arb and perhaps alert some form of to perhaps get some aid."
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if the kids have that long. Something did not seem right.
Were the kids in a room with a highwayman?
No. Let me explain it a bit better. I saw two rooms. One room, and I basically explain everything. The man standing in the doorway, the girl with the book, the kids behind the bed, the highwayman with the weapon under the table, the room full of blood. I explain it all. Something did not seem right. Highwaymen are not scared like that. They're a stubborn breed.
That's awful general of you speaking.
You know what I mean.
Well, found uneasily. That kind of, God. Well, all right. I'm neutral. Good. All right. I'm gonna kind of stand up and I say, well. First, how late is it?
It's still, I mean, the first couple hours of his shift, so it's still pretty late. Or it's early in the night, I guess you could say.
Okay. Alien. I say, kind of look around and I say, fine. Let's wake up the others.
Copy that. I go to Varen. Wake her up.
Why? What? What do you want?
Come on, get up. We got a mission.
Well, all right.
I point at Twiggy for Damien.
Like, I look at him and I say, I don't want to wake him up.
Fine. I go over and I wake up Twiggy.
And then he's like, fireball.
Shush. Wake up.
Huh?
Come on,
Still
we got a
so
mission.
late. What's going on?
Come on, sit around the campfire. I got a story to tell you.
And Twiggy will get up and scoot over to the fire.
So you know that camp, the little area we walked by earlier, the fort, I guess you could call it.
Finally fireball it. And I will go grab Damien, just excited, just come on, say it.
We're not fireballing the fort.
In there, we'll rush out, because no one wants to get burned alive. Perfect plan.
There are kids in there. I would suggest you don't do that. Okay, so we got a problem. About halfway through my watch, I heard a scream. I woke up Damien, talked to him about it, and I went to check out the fort. Upon my investigation, I found this, and I explained to them the room, everything I told Damien, everything Max told me, I told you guys. I'm worried for those kids.
Twiggy will get up and go, I have a plan.
We're not fireballing it.
It's not fireball. I will infiltrate it. The new guy. I'll call myself George. Nah, it's not George.
Lopez.
George Lopez.
Lopez is what I'll go with. The
Ah.
new guy.
George Lopez, the noble Goliath Viking.
I'll be like, what do you think?
I kind of speak up and I say, or we could go with that, or I can disguise myself magically in a way that they couldn't deduce from the pure ridiculousness of the idea.
Also, I hate to break it to you, but that's not really a Goliath name. At
I
least,
figured it.
at least I've never known one named George.
How are you going to disguise yourself?
No, I mean, I just kind of put that up as an option.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not
Continue.
necessarily doing it yet.
You know, it's not a bad idea, actually. You could go in. I could come following you invisible. You could go in, talk to them. Maybe it's all a big... I don't want to say it's a big misunderstanding. I'm seriously worried for those kids. I may be...
The first time I was making fun of people while getting close to them and you stabbing them in the back. Remember the mountain? What good times we had? I mean, everyone tried to kill me. I survived. Dragon came. Everyone had a good laugh. Maybe.
We had to jump off a cliff. We almost died. Vera lost her hand.
No, that
So
wouldn't-
it is really sad about my violin.
So as you guys are sitting there talking this over, you start hearing crunching in the snow coming down the street or
Weapons
path.
Mm-mm. Yep, weapons out.
Weapons
my-
out.
I lower my staff and the tip starts to glow red.
And just into like the light and the your vision and everything else, you kind of see a rather tall, slender female elf just kind of walking down the street, and she has her staff in her hand, and she just goes, hello there. Why are you camping out here?
Is this the girl from the inside?
Yes, she was the one standing close to the meat table.
Guys, that's her.
Hello. And she's like getting closer and closer.
Can we help you?
Oh, well, you guys are camping out here, and we heard some noise, and the children are kind of scared. There's a lot of bandits and things around these parts. Are you going to be on your way soon?
Why? What children
Well, our children, of course. They're most terrified.
live here? Around here?
Yes, we were right over there. She turns and points back at the fort that Kavorn was just going to.
Terribly dangerous area to live.
Oh, I know. We do our best though. It's it's more terrifying though, seeing a group of five tattered and ragged group like you guys just camping outside our front door though. She kind of
They're
like
merely
bundles up a little bit tighter in the cold.
merely
Sense motive.
What do you want to do, Twiggy?
insight.
Tell if she's lying or not.
You can roll an insight check. So in your mind, it definitely sounds like she's concerned about the children. In that she really does live, you get the feeling that she does she's telling the truth, it's just that she lives out here in that house.
Stand up once again and go, I'm sorry, miss. My name is Twiggy, the Bard of the Southern Isles. May I tell you a story or two?
Oh, well, it's kind of cold out here. Maybe, are you heading to Arb?
Matter of fact, do you wish to join us?
She kind of like turns and looks back and, yeah, I could. Do you need help getting there?
I have a question for you.
She looks at you.
Why did you send yourself and not the walking suit of armor?
And now she knows we've been there.
Yes.
Have you been spying? Who are you? And she like starts backing up.
No one, if you mean us no harm, we mean you no harm. I am simply worried.
You are the ones looking at our windows.
Explain to me the highwaymen under your table.
I cast sleep.
Oh.
Come on, man. I was
Wow.
getting somewhere.
She just drops, Boof, just right to the snow, like in a heap, and her staff just kind of like clanks once, like vertically, and kind of like bounces and then lands in the snow on the path.
I'm kind of like
Well, that's Damien for you. Always a party.
I'm kind of just standing there, like with my staff pointed, and I'm looking at everyone. I was like, I panicked.
I was getting somewhere.
Check to make sure she didn't hurt herself when she fell.
She's got a little
Then
cut
move
on her cheek from where she hit a rock.
Great. Now she has brain damage.
closer to the fire. I have any kind of healing or anything. I have nothing in medicine, so
She
bleeding.
I mean, she looks at peace. I mean, she's just sleeping, She has like a little snore to her, and she just, every so often just kind of like breathes a little heavier and then snores again.
We'll awaken in only a minute, so we do not have much time.
Well, what was your plan? Sorry, Bea,
Um,
I did not mean to cut you off.
You're fine.
A minute is not
I was just
very
gonna
long.
ask, is that how you keep people up in the north? Because I don't remember it being that way.
Say we pack up and go to another spot.
I don't know. I don't trust her.
He's going to
Here when
stuff
she
her
awakens.
into his sleeping bag.
Oh,
No, that's a terrible
that's
idea.
so creepy.
That way, there we can just strain her in the sleeping bag.
Or we could just use this, and I pull out some rope.
Somehow that's less creepy.
I think we should just leave to another area so that we are not here when she awakens.
Don't you think she'll be able to track us, though? She tracked us here. I mean, ow,
Let's
my
just-
brain.
And be done with it.
With a fireball.
But fireballs are fun.
I'm not fireballing her.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Fireball the house. We'll get rid of the
I
bandits.
start jumping and I say, I could disguise myself as her.
Why is this a good idea?
Just let him do this. This is gonna be fun.
You know what? I'm. Fuck it. I turn invisible. Let's do this.
Take care of her first.
Oh, right. You see the rope float up into the air and float over to her. I'm gonna tie her up.
Before she awakens, and I look to Varaya and Twiggy and Jiven, who's here too, silently in the background. You should take up camp and go somewhere else so that she doesn't see you when she awakes.
We just tied her up.
To ensure she's like doesn't die of frostbite, I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire like by her.
There's already a fire.
Well, that was I move it closer to her because I believe that bonfire was another one that I made.
Fair enough.
She like
Okay.
yawns.
We're supposed to tie her up and then run away? And hope that she doesn't understand that she's tied up?
You all move closer to the fort so that we may call for help if needed.
Put yourselves right outside the doors. We'll go inside. We'll see how things go. By the way, this voice is just coming out of nowhere.
I say, are we all clear?
I'm going to shove my old tunic into her mouth so she can't scream.
Very smart.
We look like the bad guys, I say as I like kind of bow my head down disappointedly.
That tunic is. I took it off of a skeleton.
Gross.
It was a
I kind
queen.
of shake my head. I shake my head and look up and I say, all right, you all go towards the fort. Wait for seconds after me and Kevhorn move off. And with that, I'm just going to kind of cast Disguise Self. I kind of snap my fingers and this sort of aura kind of descends like over me, like this sort of ring kind of goes around my whole body. And I kind of disguise myself. Now, was she shorter than me? Or,
She was like probably 6 feet.
okay, so she's, all right. I disguise as her. I kind of look down, make sure everything's looking all good, and then with that, I kind of turn around and I say, "Stay by the fort." Looking towards the fort.
All right.
And I assume Kevhorn is following close behind.
Yeah, boy.
Let's
Of
split
just
the
like-
party into 3 groups. This is great.
No. You guys are. We're all going to the fort.
Yeah.
Just you guys are staying on the outside. Me and him are going in.
Early screams, you rush in and save everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
You hear a
I like
scream.
this system.
Twiggy comes in, fireballs the place, leaves with you and Vera.
Let's not fireball the
But I can't
house full
fireball.
of children. Please.
Fine.
Kevhorn, like you can't see him. It's just like footprints in the snow. Appearing,
Boy.
Okay. So
like, cover the footprints.
you guys go back the same way that Kevhorn went earlier, I assume.
Or we could follow her steps.
Yeah, let's follow her steps.
She goes right back to the gate that is currently closed.
Okay.
I walk up. You guys are about like 30 seconds behind us. So I kind of walk up. Kevhorn's probably near me, and
And what do? You cut out.
sorry.
Nope. Still cut out.
I knock on the door.
There you go.
On the front gate or the door?
And you guys are by the gate right
is
now.
Is there a gate? Oh,
There's
okay.
a wall and a
Yeah,
gate. around.
it's a
Is it a
gate, a compound, and inside the compound is one house.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna open the gate.
Why didn't I check the basement? God, I'm an idiot.
to the door, and then I knock.
So you open the
Alright, so-
gate and knock on the front door.
Yes.
Okay, well the door's open and the door's on the left side of the house.
Wait.
Damien, here's a whisper in his ear. I'm gonna check the basement. Be right back. And I peer down into the basement.
Knock on the front door anyway, by the way. I don't care that it's open.
Are you're disguised as her, right?
You hear like a gruff voice. And yeah, okay. So you hear a voice come back. Oh, was that you? Are they gone?
It doesn't affect this doesn't affect my voice, by the way. So I say no, they're still up. They're in their encampment.
What? Why haven't they left yet? We have nothing for them here.
Yes, I know. I don't believe they mean us harm, though.
Okay.
Are the children okay?
Yes, they're fine. They're still with their uncle in the bedrooms.
And with that, I'm like, oh, I actually left my staff by their encampment. I will be right back.
I can barely hear you. It's very windy. You sound different. Are you okay?
Like I turn around and I run toward. So like the basement, it's like a cellar situation, right? Is that what it kind of is?
Okay, well, if he's peering into the basement, excuse me, he's basically looking through the floor then.
Yeah, boy.
So what does he see first of all? I guess you can do that.
Well, so this is his first time doing this, so I'm trying to figure out how, because he can just basically walk through everything and anything. So
Well, basically, what I want to do is I want to go into the house. I want to find the way down into the basement. I want to go down into the basement. Because if I look through, I can look through, but if I stop moving, I take damage.
yeah, that's what I was
I have
thinking
to
about.
keep moving.
And also, I'm trying to
No,
figure out if you need to be making stealth checks or not.
Well, I mean, I probably do. Because it
'Cause
it
that's-
masks my view. It doesn't mask my sound.
Right, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was reading real quick here.
Like with like advantage.
But I do get advantage
Yeah.
if I'm invisible.
Okay, so you're gonna go through the door into the house and just start searching?
Yeah, I'm going to look for the way into the basement.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
18.
So as you go in through the first spot, you see the conversation that had been transpiring between Damien disguised and this dwarf fighter who is currently holding a large weapon. To your left is a locked door, and straight ahead is a couple of tables in like what looks like an eating area.
What view is the dwarf fighter? Does he look like he's ready to swing?
He looks like concerned, like he's definitely holding his weapon. He had put his armor on, but he doesn't look like he's waiting to like hit somebody. He's just kind of standing like during this conversation with Damien, waiting to hear what's going on.
Okay, I go through the locked door.
So when you go through the locked door, it's basically like a large empty room. You notice that there's like sleeping bags, like sleeping little blankets are kind of laying everywhere, where it looks like people were sleeping. These are larger though, so it definitely doesn't look like where children would be sleeping. Then there is a small little like separate room with another door. And roll another stealth check.
9.
So as you go through that door, you kind of like I don't know, you kind of like step on like a loose board, and it just this loud creak kind of like rings through. And right as like you hear Damien kind of like shuffle off after the dwarf guy says, where you going? What's going on? And he kind of hears the creak, and he just goes, huh? He goes, are you up?
I am going to quickly use my. One second, I'm trying to make sure I. Okay, can I see? No, I guess I can't see him. I keep moving. I don't stop.
Okay. To your right is another door that looks like it leads back into the eating area, and then there's another door on your left that's kind of like on an angled wall that leads into something else.
I go through that door.
Inside there is a desk. There's a lot of decorations in this room. It looks like an office. There's a beautiful ornate rug underneath the desk with a chair behind it. There's some bookshelves on the wall. There's like pens and papers and stuff on the desk. It looks like an office.
Okay. I go back into the room and I go, oh, yeah, I'm up. And I want to roll a deception.
Go ahead.
That actually should be an 8. Because I should not be rolling with advantage. So, natural 1.
He goes,
Why have such a high deception?
I'm a charisma character.
a lot of charisma there. So he goes, wait, who's in here? And the door swings open, and he's kind of like standing in the doorway, looking around.
I go back against the wall where the door is into the office, and I stand in front of the door.
You're
This
still
is your conscience speaking.
You're still invisible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't attack. I'm not looking to attack. I'm staying as far away from him as possible. I go, this is your conscience speaking. We would like to know what the fuck's going on.
So you just say that out loud?
Yeah.
Um,
These are the demons in your head. We'd like to know what's going on.
So as you're sitting there, a blade comes through the door from behind you and out through you. Now, when you're invisible, can you take damage?
It doesn't say I can't.
Okay. So a dagger kind of comes sticking through the door.
Now, I wasn't right up against the door since I go through the door. Don't they have to, roll to hit me or something?
Well, that's what I am going to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try and figure out if it actually hits you or not.
I don't have an incredibly high AC, so I'm not surprised if it hits me, but...
Makes sense. We want...
Is there a window in this room? Just a question.
Yeah, there actually are 2 windows, but they're boarded up.
Damn it. Can I see through them at all?
Barely. But yes.
But can I see them enough to see outside?
Yeah.
Okay. When I can act, tell me.
Sounds good. I'm just going to roll this... Oh, a 20. Definitely hits you.
Yeah.
I know that. And then I'm going to grab this D4, because it is just a dagger. And you take 3 damage.
Okay.
How does that make you go out of invisible?
Let me check. I don't think it does. Well, I'm gonna say this acts like the invisible spell, and I'm gonna look up the invisible spell.
That makes sense.
If anyone has that'd be useful.
What condition
Not
invisible?
in this game.
Invisibility. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So I haven't attacked or cast, so no, it doesn't end.
Makes sense. He was just aimlessly stabbing through the door because he heard your voice. So,
Yeah.
you said you were pushed against it, so therefore, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. I took the damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of rehashing. Okay, so you can do what you want to do. Right now, the dwarf is standing in the doorway. Now he looks ready. A sword just kind of went through and poked you in the back. Your
If
options.
I can see out the boarded window, can I see the ground
Yes.
outside of the boarded window?
You can see this kind of like snow falling.
I misty step outside.
That'll
You
injure your
Has
head.
a range of 30 feet.
You'll become visible.
I don't care. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
so you just poof, and then you just kind of like land in the snow, and you hear them go.
Take off running.
Yeah, you hear them
Do I
go.
see,
What was
like-
that?
Him at this point.
You at this point were running. I assumed you were already out of the gate.
I'm not
I
like in a hurry.
Take off running.
You wouldn't see him do this.
But does he just misty stepped outside, right?
He's kind of like in the backyard at this point.
Well, okay. Well, what I was gonna do is I was gonna walk up. I guess Twiggy and waiting outside the gate.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys were waiting outside the gate.
I was gonna say we probably should wait, like, in the tree line, but I'll go where you guys tell me to because she's not actually smart enough to think of that.
Well, I'll kind of walk up to wherever you guys are, whether it's the tree line or the gate, and I kind of snap out of disguise self and I say, "Okay, it was just a false alarm. I was right." Shocker there.
At this point, Kedhorn comes running through the gate. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Nothing wrong. Didn't you see? They're just a family.
And you see me holding my arm, blood dripping. Not a family. Not a family. Not a family. Not a family.
Not a family, or did you?
Twiggy will look at Damien and be like, "You're right again, Damien. I'm so proud of you."
I point at Twiggy and it's like, first of all, I'm not yet proven wrong. And then I turn around and look at Kevhorn and I say, "What happened?"
Okay. I went into a room. I got caught because I stepped on a board. I got stabbed. I said, "These are your inner demons speaking. We want to know what the hell's going on." Then I bamfed outside.
That doesn't mean they're bad. That
And
just
that-
means.
That
just
means I got stabbed. They know I was there. They're pissed. And I turn around. Are they following us?
As soon as you turn around, the front door like slams shut, and you hear like a sliding lock move into place.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That was what I was gonna say next. We have to. She's just a woman. They're just a family.
And that lasted a minute, correct?
Talk to her. And
Yeah, she's totally awake by now.
You just hear yelling.
But she has the cloth in her mouth.
Oh, okay. You would be able to hear her muffled screams quite yet then.
Why did we gag her?
Why did we
Oh,
do all
So
we
she
did?
wouldn't scream, of course. I mean,
The
what
room-
would
the room
happen
was
if
full
they
of
were
furries.
inside having tea and they started hearing, "Help! They kidnapped me!"
Okay. They never actually saw my face. I'm gonna... Guys, just please stick with me here.
What about the blood trail?
I turn around and I walk back to the door.
What? No.
Oh boy.
I knock on the
Twiggy
door.
will be right
I-
behind him.
They're
With his
already.
banjo.
I say out loud, there seems to have been a massive misunderstanding.
You hear nothing in return.
I like it.
You've already stabbed me once. I'm sure you're willing to do it again. Please, can you at least come to the door so we can talk? You don't have to open it.
Speak.
And I'm gonna roll a persuasion. Oh, okay. Do you still want the persuasion?
No, he's there. He's
Okay.
responding.
We heard screaming coming from this direction. We being a
came to
group of
investigate.
adventurers, yes, we being a group of adventurers came to investigate. Upon my abilities investigating, I found a room full of blood and a highwayman under a table. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but we would like an explanation so we can go on our way.
My You hear like he stops. And, my wife has nightmares. She was screaming in her sleep. I'm sorry it bothered you. We had heard you out there for most of the night now. We were one of us had seen you guys. We quickly came back and we were expecting you to attack us, and we weren't wrong.
At this
No,
point,
no.
I am silently laughing, like just mouthing the laughing and pointing at Twiggy.
No, we did not attack. We thought you guys were bandits.
One of you were in our house.
Not all of us.
I thought you guys were bandits.
Well,
We-
but Damien did do the thing.
Where's my wife?
She
Your
starts,
wife is
like,
retrieving her staff. We're gonna roll a deception on that. Your wife is retrieving her staff.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
17.
I expect her to come back without a scratch on her.
Oh no, she has a you son of a bitch.
Her cheeks are
She
lovely.
would have slipped and fell, but
Her pristine cheeks that she's known for.
Her cheeks are what made me fall in love with her.
lovely. If her cheeks were ever hurt, I'd divorce her and take the kids.
I will murder you all if they are damaged.
Can you just
I say-
explain to me one thing? What's up with the bandit under the table?
That's my brother. Like I
Why was
said,
he under a table?
we heard you guys coming. We were prepared.
Why didn't you just answer the door when I knocked?
I can't hear that wooden gate out front. How did you even get through? Oh, she left it unlocked, didn't she? Is my wife back yet? Could you guys be on your way?
Yeah. Can someone go get his wife?
I'll
Yes,
go.
I will go and retrieve her. I'll go with her, and we'll go retrieve her.
Yeah, Twiggy, go ahead, go with them.
Jiv and you too.
Yeah, you too, Jim.
Jiven, the not
Does
here
everyone go?
character.
I need to say my most serious apology.
I kind of yell at her. Okay, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Yeah, how about we all just
Nah,
leave? Yeah,
just
yeah.
lie.
She'll be here. She'll be here. Shit.
As soon as we're out of earshot, I kind of start just kind of hopping in place, being like, I was right, I was right, I knew I was right, I was right, I was right, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I fucked up. I get it. I say as I'm very upset with myself right now
That you got caught.
that I got caught.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Can I
wasn't even me.
go check on the woman?
Yeah, speaking of which, we need to take care of this.
So she, when you guys get back there, she's now like off the path, like kind of like head first down in the snow, like trying to roll and get untied.
I'm gonna cut her loose. Gingerly.
As soon as you cut her loose, she just slaps you in the face and starts skirting backwards.
I mean, okay.
I step in front of Vera. Look.
Spooky demon man. Maybe you should let someone else do it.
No.
Yeah.
This is my
You
fault.
monsters!
I will apologize. I will apologize for my mistake.
Where's
Thank
my
you,
staff? My
I will
grandfather
apologize.
made it.
I pick up her staff and I hand it to her.
She just
I'm
whack.
going to
She starts like
apologize for
whacking
my
you in the arm with it.
You know what? I deserve this
You
completely.
asshole!
Yep, I'm an asshole.
Asshole! She just runs off.
Okay, yep.
Oh,
Can
wait.
we go now?
As she runs away, speaks up and I say, yes, they are all monsters, ma'am. You're completely right. Have a good night.
I'm gonna bleed you all in your sleep. And then she like runs down the path.
Good night,
I
ma'am.
was gonna.
Well, I guess I should come back since I never left the door.
She just like eyes you, Twiggy, as she walks past you.
I was gonna
I'll
offer
look
to
at her and
help
be like,
heal
"Is
her,
it
but
story
that's
time yet?"
fine.
Kevhorn's gonna go. Kevhorn goes off into the forest. You can hear him grumbling something to himself.
Well, I hope we're all rested enough. We should probably continue further down the road to set up camp again.
You hear me? You hear me yelling, "No, no! Let's go to Arb. You're gonna stab us in our sleep."
Tired.
We should have just fireballed when we had the chance.
You're a
Fireball.
monster, Twiggy. I'm the one who broke into their
Hey,
house, and you're
I'm
the
not a
monster.
It would have been just a good story.
I don't.
Just think about it. In the middle of the
At this
night,
point,
a family,
go ahead.
then some asshole wizard comes around and fireballs their house for the hell of it.
Damien,
And then
Da-
husband and brother get away, but sadly the mother and the children perish in the fire.
at this point,
How is that a
Damien
good story?
gives him
There
a
are
look that's kind of
multiple
like,
kinds of good
wait, are you
stories.
not a good person?
I'm actually kind of neutral.
I'm chaotic good, but I think after this, I'm gonna end up being, something along the line of evil.
Hey,
You didn't hurt anyone.
there's just beautiful stories.
No, I didn't hurt anyone, but that was a shit show.
As we're like walking off, I say the next time Damien says, "No, let's avoid the hut. Let's go to town where we can rest."
So what
Kind
did
of
you
mumbling
even
to
see
myself.
in there, anyways?
A room full of beds, an office, and a really angry dwarf.
Oh, sounds like a normal person house.
Did you get stabbed?
Yes, I got stabbed.
How?
He threw a knife. Through a door.
Door.
Yes.
How deep into the house did you get?
Don't know. I was paying attention. No, I'm not good at this new whole invisibility thing.
Told you
We
the ship
should-
just went off.
Look, I fucked up. Alright. Yeah. Can we go now?
There's no way we can make it to Arb at this point. I'm sure we're all exhausted still. We didn't all get that much sleep at all. You have gotten none. I don't even know if you need sleep.
I don't sleep. From what I can tell, I don't need as much sleep.
Well, and I'm kind of rubbing my eyes at this point, and I say, we should still camp up, although it would be wise perhaps to get a bit of a wide berth away from this house that you
Terrorized? I think terrorized is a pretty good word.
making me spend my spell slots.
Look, I'll take the rest of the night.
Did I ever get
So
my
I
keys
say
back?
we just continue like forward for like maybe another like half hour or so, and then camp down. Does that sound good for everyone else?
I say we get off the road as well.
While we're walking,
Fair.
Twiggy stops and goes, "Did I ever get my tunic back?" And I look back at the place. My tunic.
That wasn't even yours.
500-year-old tunic.
It
You
was a
wanted to
piece.
fireball a woman and her children.
Important to me.
I grab Twiggy by the
You're
arm
a-
and I say, "Come on."
Bad person.
We're all bad people.
Just like my stuff.
I raise my finger and say, "Up, we are not all bad people. Some of us are stupid people who don't listen to the smart." Look, I'm tired. Can we sleep, please?
Yes, let us go.
So, are you guys sleeping the rest of your night, your shifts, and all that?
I'll take the full night. I'll take the point of exhaustion.
Yes.
I just need 4 hours, so.
So me and you can just all.
Okay. So while everyone else is passed out, you two kind of just staring off and letting the snow slowly accumulate on your shoulders and head and everything. And I assume at some point you have to keep the fire going. But yeah, the night is eventless the rest of the night, the rest of the way. As like the sun starts coming up, you can see that the fireplace inside that cavern, or the cavern, compound, hey, they obviously lit a fire at some point in the night, and there's they are awake as well. So whoever took second watch would be awake for the sun.
Probably
Awesome.
Twiggy.
Twiggy
I
will
will-
take out his banjo and just start strumming a few notes, trying to get used to, well, banjos. Really woke everyone up, didn't I?
Well, banjos aren't really the most delicate of instruments.
Dong. So that's what those ones sound like. Interesting.
He's just
Going
playing
through different tunes.
Cotton Eye Joe.
I imagine he catches on pretty quickly.
So, being awake, you guys are going to head to Arb, I assume.
Yes, I'm going to lead. Going.
Okay. So this ragtag group of dragon
Terrible
fighting
people.
horrible evil alignment people are going to head
all of
to
us.
the town of Arb.
Yeah.
Damien resembles that remark. I don't.
The good person except me. Stupid. Bad dwarf. Bad.
So
Nonsense.
so you guys head through this path, and you meet up with a much larger, kind of more permanent path. To the left is Arb, to the right leads you all the way back down to what you would assume would be where Hoff and Lordim and the Frozen Watch would be. So, obviously, I assume you're going left to Arb, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said this. It's like a intersection of this road, right?
It's a T, yeah.
Come to that T, and I kind of look off right towards the way of Lord Demon, whatever,
Mhm.
for a moment, and then say, "To Arb."
I still have my arms crossed, and I'm still begrudgingly angry with myself.
So,
To Arb.
Has not met the majesty of Twig yet. As I just start walking with you.
I had that luxury.
I so badly want to fuck with Damien, but I know I shouldn't.
Actually, fun. So, just poke him a little bit. I mean,
I feel like
underneath the chest, that's his soft spot.
I wanted to give him disadvantage on his next dexterity check.
I feel like Damien and Twiggy are like the elves or the angel and the devil on Kevhorn's shoulders.
Yeah.
Like Twiggy's like, "Yeah, be an asshole, do it."
Yeah, fireball him, fireball him.
Demon.
Demonic breath, brah.
kill a ball.
Kill
Okay.
him, Anakin. Kill him.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
Okay.
To Arb.
So,
We're terrible people.
Not all of us.
as you guys approach the town in the distance, you're all very tired. Your legs are weak, and the thought of relaxation is probably filling your minds. The snow's fallen very, very heavy around you, and you can kind of feel the snow accumulating on your shoulders and your clothes and armor, and every so often you probably have to kind of shrug the snow off of you. As you trek forward, you start to realize the extent of your condition. It's been many days since you guys laid down to sleep. It has been many days since you have had a chance to even relax.
Just look at Damien's little character picture.
Exactly. You can feel your bodies are hungry, sore, and just slowly crumbling beneath each step. Up in front of you, the path slowly is being covered in snow. The forest is behind you. The base sits off in the distance to your left. And if you peer off to the east, to the right, you see a long expanse of gray and snow, white and frozen. You can kind of assume that off in the distance that is the notorious frozen field that you guys were told about previously. As you kind of continue your trek through the snow, every time you look off towards the frozen field, you swear you hear like a voice kind of like whispering in the wind. You can't make it out. It's not even a discernible language, but perhaps it's a warning. Perhaps it's something of your imagination from being so tired and what you guys have all been through. Or maybe it's an invitation to go out there and challenge what hides in the notorious frozen fields. Either way, the town of Arb is just ahead. You are on your last trek, and as you start to approach it, you start to see the chimneys in the distance. Bellowing smoke. So eventually...
There, we made it to Arb. Are you happy? I say to Damien.
Quite.
So So there is no walls surrounding Arb. As you guys kind of get close to it, you see that it's just like everything else in the north. The buildings are really close together. They're kind of built in little blocks. There's a fireplace roaring in every building. You can tell things are pretty much scattered. No, there is no like residential district. The businesses and the homes and the taverns and blacksmith are all just kind of mixed in between each other as the town was built, in this horrid frozen wasteland. What are you guys going to do first?
I say we look for an inn.
Sounds like a plan.
I agree.
Yeah, there is definitely an inn. It's actually right in the center of the town. It is a tavern as well.
What's it called?
It is called
The hopping halfling.
it's called
That's
Dragon's
racist.
Breath.
Oh, that's not racist. How's that racist? The hopping halfling. It's because
I say-
halflings are too short.
I say, well, does this place work for everyone?
How about you, Yevon? You okay with staying in a place called Dragon?
That's true.
Or you can try.
I want to kill it.
I was gonna say.
Role play as Jiven, just as a goofy kite.
Oh, a dragon! Oh,
I
kill it!
hate
Kill it!
dragon.
Stab it! Stab it! Jiven's just outside stabbing the side of the building with his sword.
Stab, 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 stab.
Have at thee.
I will kill this dragon in the name of all the drow.
So I
Tweet
we all enter, I suppose.
Yeah, as you go in, there is a human blonde woman around a table that faces the entryway. To the right is clearly like the tavern. To the left is just a bunch of rows with doors. Obviously, it's where you could sleep, the rooms. And you walk in, and she just says, "Oh, hello." I can't do women voices very well. "Oh, hello. What can I do for you guys? You guys look
sort of-
horrible."
I almost run up to the table and I say, "Excuse me, ma'am. The refugees from Lordeem and Hoff and the like.
Yes.
Is there any sort of do you know where they might be staying?"
Well, they set up an encampment kind of north of town. Some of them actually went through the frozen field, and they said they were going to try and find a way to live out there. I'm not sure why. It seemed kind of silly. But most of them, though, they're north of the town. They set up a little community.
Oh no, was that them?
Thank you.
No, we came
And
from
with that,
the south.
I kind of
Oh, okay, thank God.
with that I kind of turn around and I walk past everyone and I look at I don't know whoever Twiggy or Kevhorn or Rhea, and I say, rent. I drop a few. I drop like 4 gold. Kevhorn's hand. No, for Rhea's hands. And I say, get me a room, please. If you'd be so kind.
I'll try.
Thank you. And with that, I walk out.
Do I even have money? I don't think I do.
4.
You have 4.
I now have 5 gold pieces, you guys.
Damn, getting rich.
Lot.
I don't know why I even gave you any money. Twiggy should have bought all of our rooms, but that's fine.
What? I have no money.
You
It's loaded.
for gold.
Yeah, Mr. Monopoly over
Hey.
there.
You leave my 254 pieces of gold alone.
So, Damien, as you go to walk out, you hear a voice come from the tavern. "Long Skull, we have any more ale?" And she's like, "Oh, hon, it's, down in the cellar." And, she yells back. And she says, "Stop." She goes, "Please don't call me that anymore. That's an old name."
Long Skull, did you say?
Yeah.
Do I know that from anywhere?
Yes. The arm to the teeth ranger guy who was in this path. You've all forgotten.
I thought he didn't
Yeah,
give us
I
a
remember
name.
the dwarf.
No, he gave the name. I can read it again because I have it up here. Hang on, where is it? He says, when you get to Arb, seek out Longskull at the tavern. Tell her to never let her light fade. Tell her my rose will never wither, and I will find her again. She will take care of you as long as you say these words. Then he says, "Be wary, my friends," etc., etc. He's the one who told you guys about the bandits.
Fireballed the place.
Why? What does that prove?
Hearing this, does Damien do anything? Or is Damien like straight
I
up?
would always give you the truth.
I'm gonna guess Damien is straight up out of here.
I'm out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I go up to the girl. Miss, Miss.
Hello, you are quite pale.
Quite pale.
Yes, thank you. It's been a while since I've seen Sun.
Are you an undead?
No.
Huh. And you hear like her hands were below the table, and like you hear like a metal thud on wood as she sets something down.
Like actually like stopped talking and like stared for a moment before you were like, no.
Of course
I would like
not.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
So wait, because I'm an idiot and can't remember Jack Diddley, what am I supposed to tell her? Or what are we supposed to
Let your light fade.
Not to let her fight her
I light
light
fade.
fade,
Never let her light fade. Okay.
and then he'll find her again.
Two things. I would like an ale, and I would like for you to never let your light fade.
Oh well, the tavern. What did you say?
Never let your light fade.
Who? Where did you hear that?
Where did we get that from?
A friend. We made a friend.
Yeah, I'm the worst person to be doing this because I don't remember who we got this from.
It was a dwarf that we met on the road that had quite a bit of weapons on him.
Him. Okay.
The guy you guys wanted to kill but then didn't, because you guys are evil now.
Yeah, now I remember it. Now I remember
So
it.
we invited him to sit down and share stories.
Was he a dwarf?
He was human.
I thought so.
Okay. A friend of I think both of ours.
Describe him.
Tall man, long
detail.
black beard, eyes
Lots
that
of
could
weapons.
pierce you like daggers.
Did you
Lots of daggers.
Did you see him on the road leading from the bay?
I saw him from south of here.
Right. Leading from the bay.
Yes.
Come sit down. And she like ushers you guys into the tavern. Oh, maybe not Damien. I think Damien left.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, Damien 86 himself. You don't want no more Cavhorn business.
So she ushers you guys in to sit down at a table, and she like pushes like some dust off and says, "Sit."
I take a seat.
I sit.
I assume Twiggy did as well.
You said so.
Oh, I can't hear him every so often.
Yeah, he cuts out for.
Yeah. So she like waves her hand over, and the large dragonborn man behind the table walks over, and she says, get some ale, and so he goes back and brings you guys each a cup of ale and sets it down. And
Where is he?
What color is he? He's red.
Chromatic.
Don't be racist.
So
He had ties to my black dragon friend. Well,
Oni
my
Cutter.
merchant was in north.
what makes you think he's here? He's probably here. Anyway, so
Where I go, he's my merchant. He's
You're-
always like, "What you buying?"
he goes where there is gold. So she hands you guys all the ale, and she looks back at Kevhorn and she just goes, I don't think you have a pulse. Are you okay?
It's just minor things.
I am, and I sit back, cross my arms. I am okay. Yes.
So
We temporarily stopped his heart.
So you all met my husband then? On the path?
I guess so. I say, looking to Vera and Twiggy.
He didn't want to tell me any stories, and he didn't want to listen to any of mine.
And she like smiles and she's like, yeah, he left in a hurry that day. I keep hearing people come in here who have seen him, and I do what I always do. I give them, you guys have rooms, by all means. He must see something in you folks, and tell the dirty tired wizard he should come take a nap. He looked pretty sickly. He's also welcome. Anything you guys need, definitely. You cut out
You
real
cut
bad.
out.
Can someone repeat what he said if you can hear him?
Yeah, I can't
He
hear.
asked
him.
how dirty his clothes are.
He asked who how dirty his clothes are?
You.
Oh. Well, I assume Twiggy's usually using prestidigitation on
Presta.
himself, but yeah, if he hasn't been, he's probably completely covered in snow and water and dirt and everything else from sand.
You know me, I like staying clean. A good bard
you're
will
probably
always
fine.
be clean. Hey,
So she
no,
then
wiz-
she starts to stand up to leave.
Ma'am, your husband. You say he left in a hurry? Please. We are just confused about him.
Well, so am I, sir. He's been dead for almost 35 years.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh.
Duh!
can't be.
And then she wipes some more stuff off the table and, well, if you need anything else, let me or she points at the Dragonborn. Him, no. Take care of you.
Ma'am. One last thing. I don't, and I look to my companions, don't know if I should tell you this, but he said that he would find you again?
And she smiles real big and she goes, well, that's a new one. No, nobody has told me he's told them that. Perhaps my time is coming to an end then. Well, either way. And she seems very at peace and very at ease with this.
Kevhorn, the bearer of bad news and the breaker into homes.
And as you guys look around on the walls and everything, you notice there's weapons hung everywhere. Female armor, male armor, it almost looks as if the place is decorated in her old gear or his old gear. There's weapons, broken, nice, old, new, just all over the place.
Cool.
And she kind of walks off. Damien, though, where did you go?
I just started walking north of town, just kind of looking for this G encampment she was talking about.
Yeah, you pass by all manner of shops and other townly items. There's my list. Okay, so you pass by one shop in particular on your way north out of town there, and there is an identification kind of like drawn on the window that looks very familiar to a stone business card you carry around.
He's here.
You as you keep walking, you pass by like an armor smith, and there is a blue dragonborn outside, heating up iron swords and forging them, and just outside working in the snow. This town it's lively, but it's also quiet. There isn't a lot going on outside with the snow and with the winter in full forge right now. You would eventually, though, get to like the edge of the town and the last house on the, in this big circle that is Arb, and you see kind of like through like a small tree line and like an open field to the north. You see a whole bunch of tents and some makeshift wooden structures and kind of like gazebo-looking things that just have overhangs, kind of like quickly built.
Towards that area.
As you get closer, it just gets muddier and muddier as the snow's being trampled away and melting with all the fires and bonfires and everything else going on. And it's dirty and it smells horrible. You probably match pretty well as well with that part.
Try. I have prestidigitation too. I could have been doing that as well.
Could have.
Wizard, you don't care.
I kind of looked down and I kind of realized this, and I'll cast prestidigitation to kind of clean up my perhaps smell less well traveled, but I still look disheveled. I have a whole lot of stubble going on, and my eyes look probably very tired. But other than that, I kind of make myself look proper. And as soon as I kind of get to this main area, I'll kind of stop whoever I find, and whoever I find, just anyone, and I say, "Excuse me, are you from Lordeem?"
And there's like a group of kids. They're like kicking a weird leather ball back and forth, playing the sport with their feet, trying to kick it through like some poles. And they're like, "Oh, hello, you are." Yes, my mom took us when they attacked. Yeah.
Where? I'm kind of looking around and I say, Emily is.
Who are you looking for? You broke up.
Yeah, where the Avenchi family is. That's my last name.
Yeah, I know that. She just
Damien
You might know that.
Avenchi.
who?
Some
Okay, so sorry, I was reading your guys' chat. They kind of look at each other and they're like, they both like shrug. I have no idea.
I just find another person and I stop them and I say the same sort of, are you from Lordeem? And then have you seen the Avenchi family? And I keep going through that until I find someone that's helpful.
So you spend like quite a bit of time doing this. I went probably an hour or so. The only thing you find is an older man who just he mentions your father's name, which actually I forgot what your father's name is.
Gave him a name.
No? Well,
I only ever put it down anyway.
I know we've talked about it a couple of times, but okay, well, he says his name, whatever that name might be. You can place the name on your father.
Gareth.
Gareth? So, and he goes, I haven't seen him, though. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Definitely not since we left Lordeem.
Yes, nobody has, but my mother, my brother.
I'm sorry, son. I haven't seen them.
You happened to see them leave Lord. Have you seen them at all since Lord Dean was attacked?
Not since the attack. I know that you might not want to hear this, but I'm gonna be straight with you. They took quite a few of us, and they didn't kill everyone.
I just kind of stop for a moment and I say, well, what of shoot, what was his name? Beard. It's my master. Twiggy named him.
Oh yeah, the beard guy. Yeah.
Graybeard. Graybeard. Have you seen him anywhere?
They used to hit me with my staff.
He mentions that the last time he saw him, he was, pruning flowers or something in the snow, which is weird, but he was. He's magical. No, in Lordeem. He hasn't seen him. He didn't see him make the trek this way either.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna continue going around to everybody, asking if they're from Lord Demon, asking if they've seen my family.
Most of the people kind of
You
like
can-
ignore
can go to
you.
Other people.
Most people ignore you. I mean, a lot of people lost their. You find like a lot of people are just like you ask the question and they're just, no. But have you seen? And they ask about their son, daughter, husband, wife, grandfather. Their pet dog. This you can tell the group is very, very distraught, having only recently made it to Arb.
Anytime, like, I would have, like, because, I lived in Lordeem for a while.
Yeah.
Mention someone that I had seen in the camp, I'll help them. But I keep going, even if it becomes apparent that no one knows.
Yeah, eventually, after a little while, some guards, looking pretty battered and beat up. A lot of them bloody, cut. They were obviously in a battle not too long ago. They kind of like catch up to you and approach you and who are you looking for?
The Avenches?
I know the name. Your father. I think I've heard the name, but your mother and do you have? I thought you have siblings or no? Can't remember.
Brother.
Yeah, you do have a brother. I saw your mother and brother. I don't think they made it out of the city, but I don't believe they're dead. I know your father was seen around town shortly before they arrived, though.
Was?
I just heard you say the word was. Did you ask if your father was?
Oh, yeah. I was like, he was? He was there?
Yes. You weren't there, though. He showed up and said that he needed entry to the Lordeem, so we let him in. A couple of the older, guards recognized him. But he went straight to the magistrate, and shortly thereafter, they attacked.
At this point, a tear is going down Damien's face. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Best of luck to you, son.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
And they start barking orders to other guards, and they're carrying sacks of food from Arb, and some more people show up, and they're giving out stuff.
And I'm just gonna kind of plop down in the snow. Kind of just pet Javant a little.
And you feel that necklace kind of pulling at you a little bit. Kind of it's moving.
I'll pull it out. I pull it out.
It keeps it's beckoning. It wants you to do something.
I look down at it and I stare at it for a moment and I say at it for a moment and then I say, Gareth Avenchi?
And like a light kind of like emanates a little bit from the fang that you hold, and all of a sudden you hear a bunch of people behind you go, "Oh my god!" And then you feel like a like what is it called? Kind of like a little nuzzle of an animal kind of push against your back.
Turn around.
And you're face to face with a large, very large, blue color, just like Javant, direwolf.
Look at it. And I stare at it for a moment. Pick out my hand.
You hold out your hand to it.
Yeah, Jurassic Park style.
It like licks your hand.
And I kind of speak kind of softly. And I say, do I know you? Did you hear that?
Yeah, and now I did. It just kind of like kind of pushes against you, like kind of rubs its face against your hand, and it just kind of plops down on the snow, like next to you.
Is this mine now?
Yeah, so that Deculus, you can only use it once a day, and the wolf kind of comes and goes as it wants to. It will always show up, or well, it's supposed to always show up to help you in a time of need, but there's a pretty good chance it won't show up when it's not needed. It'll also leave when it's ready to. It will take commands from you, and it will fight for you and do things for you, and whatever you kind of need it to do. Think of it like I don't know, like a squire. Like if you told it to go hunt, like it'll probably go hunt for you, kind of thing. But it's very peculiar about when it shows up.
Well, with that, I'm just gonna kind of. There's another tear going down my face, and I'm just gonna kind of pet it for a little while, and just kind of sit there. You can go on to someone else if you want by now.
Yep, and then there's like a little crowd around you, and then when they see like the tears in your eyes and this like blue dire wolf, they kind of like just back away and kind of leave, not in fear, but they realize that you're doing this somehow, and they feel they can trust you with it, so they leave you alone and give you your space. Back at the tavern, Twiggy, I just saw your message. You want Bowie back so bad. Yeah, back at the tavern, what were you guys doing?
I actually have something I want to do, but I've been taking a lot of the limelight. So Vera, Twiggy, I'll let you guys do your stuff first.
Well,
Go ahead, Vera.
he gave me 4 silver or 4 gold, and I have 1. So I'm gonna ask her about food. Ma'am,
Yeah.
how much for a plate for dinner?
Oh, you look like you need more than a plate, Missy.
Oh, you sound like a mom.
She is wasting away. Just look at her hand.
Jesus.
I'm forgetting she doesn't have a hand.
Yeah,
So do
there's
I.
a bloody stump.
Oh my, let me get my doctors. This needs to be looked at right away. Bring them some food. And she like waves at the dragonborn. He kind of like snuffles, and he goes into a back, and he eventually comes out with like some plates of smoked fish, smoked meats, a lot of meats and breads, not a whole lot of vegetables and fruits here.
Well, I mean, it is frozen area. So
So, and when he sets the food down by you guys, he goes, "Sorry, not a lot of shipments coming in recently." And he kind of like sneezes when he puts the food down.
gross.
Tui will be like, that's all right, sir. And he will use his prodigitation to, for himself.
And then Vera, she like unwraps the bandage, and she is very good and tender, and she kind of like rewraps your arm, and like eventually she tells you that a doctor should probably be by later today. The doctor's out by all of the refugees, so. And she motions you to go eat.
It's more
Okay.
than 4 gold.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell me how much we owe you.
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. Go eat. Go eat.
All right. And she'll hurry over and kind of like snatch a plate and wrap her bad arm around it. And then just hunker down and start eating.
They bring you as much food as you guys can eat.
I don't know if
It's-
Verea's ever had that option before. That's exciting.
Civilization.
Yep.
Before he gets done eating, he's gonna go outside and try to find a tailor.
There is a... Hang on. There's definitely a leather worker. There is a tailor, though it looks like not a lot of people have been visiting this place in a while.
Go in.
It's dark, it's dusty, and you just hear a voice. Ah, you.
I knew it. I look at the rafters.
He's just staring at you from the rafters, like hunkered down. He goes, "You are learning."
Told me 5 times.
And he
Shame
drops
on me.
down. He drops down from above and lands in front of you. Do you require a dress?
Well, I wouldn't mind having my bit as I take off my big winter coat that I got from my dad's.
What did you ask for? You cut out briefly when you said what you wanted.
Big winter coat to be patched up. I'm sure there's more than a few
Ah.
holes in that.
Yep. Okay. So he kind of like takes the coat and he kind of puts it over himself and not my style. Well then, I suppose we can take care of this. Now, is there anything else you require?
So, how you been keeping tabs of my group?
He does like this weird, like snaky dragon laugh that I can't actually mimic. And then yeah, I don't know, something like that. And he says, "Oh, don't flatter yourself now. I go where I'm needed. There are people here who would pay an awful lot for even the simplest of items."
True. Very true. I have a friend that's hurt, and I'm gonna try to make her a little bit happy. Any ideas?
The small giant you speak of.
Do you have anything in her size?
A moment. And he steps back and he like grabs like a rope in between some floorboards and pulls it up, and like the whole floor, like a big section of it, kind of like lifts up, and he kind of like hops down and it slams shut. And like from under the floor, you hear like some rummaging, and like it pops back open, and like this like wooden like thin chest kind of like slides out. And then he kind of climbs back out real quick and shuts it there, and he goes, "You didn't see that." And he kind of puts his foot on the chest and he slides it towards you.
Please be sexy lingerie. Please be sexy on lingerie. I open it.
Sexy lingerie. No, I'm kidding. It's not sexy lingerie. There's a lot of like.
I don't think it would be that sexy on her. She's like starving,
Emaciated, missing an arm or hand.
covered in scars. Like
That's beside the point.
Hey, scars are sexy.
Everyone has a thing for a certain thing. So
For almost everything.
inside there's a lot of like it's a lot of like dresses that are kind of just like shoved in there. There's some like things that are meant for like formal dinner wear, so they're a little more revealing than other things, I guess you could say. But most of the stuff is just like your standard stay warm in the winter time type of thing. Very thick, heavy wool kind of coats and stuff.
See if I can't find the perfect thing that I would. Because I know she doesn't need anything warm. Because, well, when I first saw her, she wasn't really wearing much. So that's beside the point.
Perhaps you should take it all.
So, what's the
there-
price?
Well, what else do you require?
Let's see here. I still haven't met with the informants. Do you know where the informants are by chance?
Remind me what informants you're asking about again?
The ones for Gaia's sister.
Oh, yes. Okay. I have to scroll way up for that. Okay. He kind of like ponders for a second and he goes, the price of information. My specialty. I'll tell you what, Singer Man. There is an item I seek in the frozen field. Maybe you go get it? Maybe I make your coat good as new. You can play dress up with the tiny giant. And you will get the information you need.
Item that you require.
And he nods. A deal. How many deals have we made so far? 2? 3? 2?
By now?
And I saved your life.
Oh, with the oncoming onslaught too.
Maybe I treat you too well. And he kind of like laughs.
Hey, good partners are hard to come by.
Do you have one of these yet? And he hands you, like, holds out one of the business cards that he keeps giving everybody.
No, I don't, and I'll pocket that. Though one of my friends do.
Ah, that's right. The wizard. Anyway, well, do we have a deal?
Deal.
Did you say yes? Sorry, cut out halfway again.
he said, you have a deal.
Okay. And he kind of like nods and he goes, I hope she likes the clothing. And he kind of like hops back up into the rafters and goes into the corner. Like you see like his beady yellow eyes like reflecting back.
Okay, so I need to get this item that he didn't tell me what it was yet
Nope.
before I can get the clothing.
No, the clothing you can take, all of it.
Before he'll repair your jacket.
Well, he kind of was saying that like he'll get the jacket repaired, take the clothing, but the information for the item is the main part of what he's looking for here. You just hear a whisper come from the corner. The witch.
Mm,
The fucking witch, man.
mm.
Which
The witch.
And like when you look up there again, like his eyes blink once, blink twice, and like they blink, like they close, and he's not there anymore.
So be it. And I'll walk out. Next, I want to find a baker.
Favorite NPC.
There, most of the food is made in a tavern. There isn't. I mean, again, you find a baker, but it's closed. There's nobody in there. Nobody's doing anything. It looks like it hasn't been in business for a little while.
I'll knock on the door anyways. Before I start heading back to the inn.
Nothing. Nobody answers.
In we go.
All right. Varera and Kevhorn, was there anything else you guys wanted to be doing?
She's just happily munching on food.
I actually have something I want to do. I want to ask the bartender a few questions.
He's just
So,
polishing like a mug.
I walk up to her. Oh wait, there's
who'd you
the
mean?
innkeeper and the bartender.
So the blonde, long skull, as she's nicknamed, is kind of like the owner of the whole place. She just kind of hangs out at the entry to pay for rooms and kind of, make sure things are in order. The large red dragonborn is the bartender.
Alright, I'll go up to him. I actually have like multiple things I want to do, so I'm going to try to do this in rapid succession.
Okay.
I'm not even going to do this in character because that'll take too long. First off, I want to ask him, does he know of a place where kings go to rule?
He immediately responds with the City of Kings.
City of Kings, okay.
And he kind of laughs because you didn't know the answer to that.
Idiot.
Idiot, dummy.
Idiot. Get your shit together, man.
Okay. I want to ask him about the witch in the frozen field. Anything he knows about the witch.
He tells you to stay away from her. That she's dangerous. And then he says that he used to be a gnome until he went and met her.
Oh dear.
Wait. She sounds wonderful to me.
Okay. And next up, I want to ask: is the blacksmith still in? Is the blacksmith still up and running?
Oh, and for the witch part, though, he does tell you to follow the frozen bodies through the frozen field, and you'll find a trail. He goes, head for the archway, and then I always forget the last part. And then you'll find a sunken ship, and that'll be where the witch is. And then, as far as a blacksmith, he says, out the door, turn left, and go straight towards the refugees, and you'll pass right by it. It's on the main path out of town.
Okay. I close my book and I want to head to the blacksmith.
Okay.
This today must. I don't know if she has one, considering that she was with the Goliath camp for a long time. She probably doesn't. But today's going to be Yaz's birthday because I'm working on something for Yaz too. I want to go to the blacksmith and I want to ask him if I can use his smithy. I have something I want to make for a friend. I will pay him to use the smithy, and I'll pay him for metal. Or if he feels competent enough to do the job, he could even do it.
What are you making?
I pull out the plans for Yaz's arm gauntlet. Basically what it is it is a gauntlet that attaches over the arm, straps in behind the elbow. It looks like a metal fist with 2 large spikes and a shield built into the side. So it's basically a buckler, a gauntlet, and a spiked gauntlet strapped together. It's a little crude, but it's not bad. I rolled a 19 for the design.
Did you? I never even saw you roll that.
Oh, that was a while back.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
that
it.
was like just when we crashed. I said I took some time.
Oh,
while we
that's
were
right.
actually sitting
I remember that.
Bubble.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Oh, yeah, because I remember we talked about that, and I was like, yeah, roll, and you rolled a 19, and I was like, you designed it. Okay, I remember now. Cool. So, yeah, he suggests that you just hire him to build it because it looks pretty intricate, but and it won't be easy to get the metal so thin in certain spots, and it's definitely gonna take some work with riveting and things like that. But he says if you want to use his forge when he's done working for the day, you could gladly head over and use it in the off hours.
How long and how much would it cost for him to make it? Like, can you give me an estimate?
So he takes the plans and he looks them over and he kind of sets them over an anvil and he's kind of going through it, and it's like he's counting in his head, like if he has the parts and the leather strapping and everything like that. He says that for 250 gold he can definitely do it. He can make it for you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to make it myself.
Okay.
I do want to buy 50 GP worth of iron, though.
He hands you back the plans and he says, he holds out his hand. He's like, yeah, the iron's over there. You can grab whatever amount of bars it might be.
Yeah, I hand him 50 GP. And I go back to the tavern after. Oh, actually, I want to get when he should be done working. Like, about what the hours.
He says about when the sun sets.
All right. What time of day is it? Because we got here about midday.
Yeah, it was like half day walk. So yeah, about midday. It's probably like what would be maybe 3:30 right now, I guess you could say.
Okay. I tell him I'll be back in a few hours, and I go back to the tavern.
Cool. We're back to Damien. Or Vera. Freya.
I'm good.
This is probably about, I don't know how long. I mean, 'cause
You've
I
been
was
out there for
looking
more than a
around
few
for
hours.
good couple
Yeah.
hours. Is this keeping up time? So am I technically right now still looking for a couple hours?
Yeah, you're kind of a little bit ahead, but this would your walk back into town would probably be when Kevhorn started, got done with his conversation. So whenever you head back into town is where we'll be at.
So we'll probably just bump into each other.
Is by now the direwolf, I assume, has disappeared?
It depends on what you're doing.
I'm just kind of walking around. I'm not really have anything in particular for it to do.
So if you got up, and just kind of started aimlessly walking around, it would have been with you for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you would have looked one way and looked back at where it was, and it just isn't there anymore.
All right, so I kind of walk. I just start walking into town, kind of with a firmer step than I have been normally. A little more determination, and I probably run into Kevhorn.
You probably see him walking back towards the tavern as you are kind of getting back into Arb. So he's kind of probably off in front of you a little bit.
And I say, we need to talk as a group. Let's go.
Sounds good.
So you guys are all
have,
back in
a
the
table?
tavern. Yeah.
Do we have a table being held? Party of 5?
Varela is probably on her 9th plate of fish and dried meat, so she's probably still sitting there eating.
She's probably gonna get sick here pretty soon. She's gonna eat until she gets sick.
You gonna roll a con save?
Sure. Let me get back to that page. Oh, good. I have proficiency in that.
Let's see if it helps.
Not really.
A little queasy.
So like you do that thing where like you hiccup and like burp and then like a little like you throw up in your mouth a little bit.
Acidic. A
Yeah,
little acidic.
Yeah.
but you keep it
That's
down.
probably. Yeah, that's probably about when I get to the table, and I probably like see the food and realize how hungry I am, and I'm like, are you gonna finish that? I asked of Varaya.
She kind of like wraps her arm even further around the plate. Huh? I don't. Maybe?
And I say, all right then, and I'll probably call for another plate of food. Is Twiggy back?
And I was walking back. I wasn't running or anything.
I imagine you'd be walking in shortly after.
I'll walk in and see everyone, and I'll go over to them, put my hands on the table, and be like, Forward
No,
into the
I
frozen
have a
field.
mission.
"It's for Gaia."
For what? For what? For Guy? I have more important things for us to be doing.
Important mission. That we cannot do what our friend's last request was.
What was that?
Find and save her sister.
I kind of, put my hand on my forehead and I'm like, look, we have more important to attend to. We need, well, if that is help, I think it's important that we go and find those that have been captured by the Black Dragon fight. And all those places that were attacked.
And what brought this on? You tend not to want to stick your neck out for random people.
What did you say in the beginning of that? You kind of cut out in the beginning.
Brought this on.
Well, I help people all the time. I don't know where you got that from. Oh, well, I mean, these are innocent people being taken, and I'm from Lord Dima. I know a lot of them.
About innocent people. You always look out for yourself.
I'm kind of taken aback, and I say, I do not. I've helped plenty of people. We helped. Halfling child.
Oh, shit.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Don't tell me Max. I got it. It's
Hang on, I think I have it in my notes.
uh
Does
anyone have it written down anywhere?
I didn't write his name down. I called him a small child. That's it.
Hold on, no. It was yeah.
For the most part.
V
Stronger as a group than anything.
Yeah, it
Wasn't-
started with V.
Vinny.
Yes. Good job.
There you go. Yeah.
You got it. I'm surprised.
I say we helped Vinny. I remembered his name in
thought
game.
that he knew the way out of the cave. Some daggers. I mean, some
I
darts.
went again. Unlike you, I didn't want to kill innocent people.
Me killing.
You wanted to burn down that home of innocent family.
Yes, a home of bandits. The bandits were scared that we would have taken them out, so they pretended to be a normal family. We literally had a ghost come up to us and tell us to be careful of this place because it's full of bandits.
At this point, I slam my fist on the table and I point at him and I say, "You know what, Twiggy? I've had it up to here with your nonsense. You've been plaguing this group for far too long, helping us barely at all, and all you've been wanting to do is take things for yourself and harm innocent people, all just for what? A story?
Hey,
You know, some
you guys keep it down over there.
struggles that we need to. People, we have things and people we care about that we want to help. And you know what? No, and I kind of hold up my hand if he starts talking and say, "No, listen, and I'm going to get them done with you or without you. And at this point, I refuse
And isn't
to
that
keep
how it
hinting
always
down.
is with you, Damien? Just when we first started going on this mission, when Aaron needed us, you took and you told us, no, we're not gonna go. That is who you are. You are always a hindrance to the group.
I'm a hindrance to the
Yeah,
group. I'm
and-
the one that's trying to keep us on track. There is a literal horde of evil that is tearing through the land, and you all want to go raid forts and find dragon merchants. I'm trying to help people.
Help people. That's new. Like when we were in the Forgotten Keep and you literally shot me in the back
You were
5 feet to the left and not hit me? Because
That
there
was
a
a mistake.
skeleton that was half destroyed crawling towards me? Yeah,
start with
I
that.
don't trust you.
That-
You in the back if you think it will get you ahead. That's how you've always been.
If you think you're one to talk, do you not recall back when you almost got us kicked out of a town for sleeping with the magistrate's daughter? Oh yeah, you thought I forgot about that. I remembered that.
I talked to the guy and I settled the matter. He is perfectly fine with me, and so is the daughter. In fact, she is more than fine, if you know what I mean. But the father is quite happy with me.
At that point, I slam on the table again and I say, "That's it. I've had enough. I refuse to travel with you any further." And with that, I turn around and I say, "Any of you who wish to follow a logical path in helping people, you're free to join me."
We'll actually stab you in the back or leave you to dead whenever you possibly can.
Off.
So you turn around to leave, and you see right as you turn around, walking in the door of a tavern, is a like a teenage girl, and it looks like a blade had like damn near removed her scalp. Like it's like she's like holding like her skin on her head on, and you see the blonde woman like run out from behind and like grab her, and she kind of like falls as she catches her, and there's just blood everywhere.
I immediately run up,
You just want to run away again, don't you?
and
Sweetie, now's not the time. And I run over as well.
Kevhorn, this as soon as you see her, you recognize her immediately.
Oh no!
It is the girl who was reading the book on the bed.
Son of a bitch.
Well, she was a bandit.
Oh,
And there's a lot of shrieking, and the blonde tavern owner is yelling for the doctor, and someone's like, "He's helping the refugees," and she's like, "Get him now!" And the little girl's not even crying; she's just in shock. You know, just her feet. She's barefooted. Her feet are all like frostbit, and
What? I go up to her and I sit next to the girl. What happened?
I'm up with him.
Yeah.
she looks at you, and I got away. I got away.
Who got away?
They tried to bring me down. But the lady was stronger than he was. They didn't lock my cage, and I got away. The lady, she helped.
The fort. Is it bad?
They she like starts to pass out.
God damn it.
I'm up and out the door.
Can I
Wait,
attempt
she
to help, like,
just
stem the
passed
blood
out?
and stuff?
Yeah, you can roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Come on, you can do this.
I have no modifiers, and then that's fine.
Hey, that's better than negative modifiers like I do. Hey,
Oh.
that's actually really good.
So between
I'm
you,
pretty good at, like, bloody wounds and stuff, because
Keep in mind you're one-handed during this process.
it's fine.
yeah, you grew up in like the sand pits in the desert fighting. I imagine you had a lot of wounds you had to quickly try and stop bleeding out of.
Yep.
So yeah, you're able to kind of help. It's like the two of you and the blonde tavern owner are kind of like hand in hand, kind of both know what to do. You know, she was some sort of adventurer in her past life as well. So, you know, you guys kind of just
I try
make
to-
shift with these bandages and go ahead, Damien.
And I don't know why I haven't been. I'm proficient in medicine. I don't know why I've been not using that at all. But I try to help any way I can.
It's
You know?
because Twiggy's right. Selfish. So I picture
I
you
warn everybody, but no.
like
no one
managing.
ever listens to the bard.
I picture Damien like kind of like managing the situation, and the two women just keep looking up at you like, "Can you shut up?" And they're like, "He is right though," you know. And like it's just like this weird like they're getting it done. You know, the little girl's like starting to stop bleeding, and she's not dead, and her pulse is still there, and everything.
At this point, I'm full-on sprinting towards the fort.
At this point, Jiven stands up and says, "Have you guys seen any dragons?"
No, he's still outside.
outside.
He's just hitting the
And he
side of
sits
the
back
the
down.
tavern.
Okay, I grab Yevon and I say, I was right. I take off running.
Yevon's
I
like,
look
"I'm
at
tired."
Damien.
Yevon goes to bed.
I look at Damien and I go, so, waiting for this thing. I thought I thought it would be here by now. I think it's I'm sorry.
I'm still kind of trying to help the girl, and I say, "Will you shut up?"
That's as good as I'm sorry I've ever gotten from you. And I'm out the door. Playing my banjo.
Long Skull looks at Varia and she's like, you should probably go with your friends. I have this from here. She was the daughter of one of she was the daughter of the baker, but when she disappeared, the baker he left. Oh my gosh, it's been years. You should go with your friends.
To both of us, because I'm still there.
Oh, I thought you left already. So she says, she said that to Varera because she's like down helping, but then she looks up at you, Damien. Go with your friends, you know.
She'll nod.
Just doesn't want to be told what to do.
Wait, what did you say, Yaz?
She
She'll
said she
nod and get
nods.
up and go.
Oh, okay. So where are you guys all heading back to that fort then?
I mean, I think it's like only really Kevhorn knows where he's going, and everyone's just following like one by one behind them.
Yep.
Horn and Varea's following Twiggy, and I'm following Varea.
Okay. I need you all to make con saves.
I'm inexhaustible, so I get a bonus on this. We're going up against exhaustion.
Okay.
I'm inexhaustible, so I get a bonus on it.
Twiggy or Vera, you can roll with advantage because you were eating a ton of food. Actually, you guys all kind of can because you guys all ate, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. I still get a bonus on it.
Aha.
So 15, natural 25, and 19.
Just collapses.
15. So
I'm
wait,
just like, I told you.
it was just Twiggy that failed it. Then it looks like, yeah. because the 15 was right on par, so you're good. So Twiggy, you will get 1 point of exhaustion. And Kevlorn, if you are inexhaustible, then just you don't have to roll in the future. Just make sure you remind me that
Okay.
you can't take exhaustion levels.
Well, I can. It's just I have advantage on Constitution saves against exhaustion.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I thought you were
Yeah.
just permanently inexhaustible. All right, never mind.
No, that'd be too
Never
easy.
mind. So Twiggy, you are at level 1. The rest of you guys are still okay for now.
Where do I put that?
I think there's a little like tick box, isn't there?
No, not on these sheets.
No, I always put it under additional resources.
Okay.
So like
That's
I
actually
have
really
one.
smart.
I have one for rage, and then I make one for exhaustion.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Okay. So you guys would get back to that fort probably about, I don't even know. What would it be? It's a half a day. It's probably what, 4 o'clock-ish, so I don't even know. What would that be? 10 p.m. or something? I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, it's like almost midnight. Let's say that. It took you that long to get there because of the snow.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gun hoeing this. I'm through the gates. Well, actually, no. I want to take a look. What does it look like at first?
The gate is open.
Okay, is
And-
there any smoke?
There's nothing on in the chimney. There is nothing going on there.
Okay. I look at everyone and I run through the gate.
So you notice right away, first of all, that there isn't anyone inside the gate at all. The door's open. Again, the front door. You go inside.
Yeah.
There is nothing in there. There's nobody there. The table, all the meat, all that stuff is gone. There's just an empty table. And all the doors are currently open.
I try to find a way into the basement.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm going to get you guys over to a map. 1 second, please. Whoops. Totally just deleted something I didn't want to delete.
I love how there's just a red-headed spear wielder up in the top corner.
That's me.
Oh, is that you? I thought that was you. I just didn't want to say anything.
Oh, yeah, I moved all your tokens off the map at one point because I was doing something, and I never moved them back. Okay.
Yeah, that's my token.
I thought it was. I wasn't sure.
Okay, so I'm updating this map, and I'm hoping that it updates for all of you. But hang on.
Now, see, a lesser man would say, "I told you so." But luckily for you, I'm a lesser man. I told you so.
An apology. I've been saying to burn it down since we left.
There were kids in there. I wouldn't have let you do that.
Okay, all right.
Hey, oh, everything's black.
Can nobody see anything?
I can see me.
I can't see anything.
I can see me and Damien.
On the left-hand side of the map is your token over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Everything's black for me.
That's weird. Your token is
Cool.
selected for you. Hang on. Oh, no, it's not. That's why. Okay, nope. The name is in there, but it doesn't have you, like, selected as the token owner. How about now?
There we go.
Okay. So there is no meat on the table. I couldn't find a blank table real quick to, like, throw on there. And I gotta open up all the doors. 1 second. Because they are open, not closed.
Also, like, off of us. I don't know if you had it set on that.
Wait, what?
only light we can see is coming off of our token.
I tried to put dark vision on those who have it. If you guys, do you guys have like a torch lit or anything, or would you have?
Oh yeah, because I don't have dark vision.
Actually, so on the top right corner of the map, or on the not the map, on the actual what the hell is it called? The list. There's a torch thing. You can click and drag that out as a token. It'll give you a torch.
Oh, inside the newspaper.
Yeah, on the top, right above common lore.
Oh.
So you can just select both, just click and drag and select both of them at the same time, and you can kind of move it around.
Imagine Damien could have lit torches using, prestidigitation or whatever.
Yeah. So if you ever need a torch or if you ever light one, just grab one of those. And that way I assume that you lit a torch and you can light up anything you need to. So
Can I go over to this window?
that's the window you Misty stepped through.
Is there still glass on it?
Yeah, there's glass on it.
In anger, I punched the glass.
I'm gonna watch the door.
It just breaks.
You hear me screaming from the other room, punching things.
You cut your hand.
I'm fine with this.
You take 1 damage, like a little slice on your knuckle.
Okay.
I'm looking around for any sign of activity.
I go in here and I flip the table.
All or most of the blankets are gone that were on the beds. All those bed rolls that were in there, Kevorn, you notice right away are gone. Let's see. Sorry, I'm still fixing maps and stuff here. Okay, I gotta delete this and copy this. Okay.
I love how I'm opaque.
Well, you said you're a ghost, so I made your character like a cool gray color or whatever. Yeah, it definitely looks like somebody got out of here in a hurry. Anyone looking at anything?
Only we had a ranger to track things.
If only.
If only.
Savant track?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Twiggy,
Where
are you
is
looking
Javant?
around in
Give
there?
me my Javant token.
Or you have that dire wolf.
You can only use it once a
Use
day.
that today. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Javant has keen hearing and smell.
Oh, there you go. Roll it up.
What would that just be? A wisdom?
Perception?
Perception, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, investigation. I mean, what do you roll? Roll a 13.
19. He has advantage on anything relying on hearing or smell.
Javant immediately starts going this way.
What do you smell, boy?
So you gotta go under the rug. So, oh my god, if he goes under the rug.
And he stops, and he stands up, and he pulls his little bubbly pipe out of nowhere, and he puffs a few little bubbles come out, and he looks around, and he kind of puts it back in a pocket that isn't there, and he he does this little Javant rodent sneeze, and then he hops back, and then he just kind of keeps going, and he goes under the rug, and you guys see this
Fucking do it.
this little thing just going all around all over the place, and he hits the desk, and he keeps going, hits the
I
chair.
grab the desk and I fucking just throw it to the other side of the room. Nice.
Can I?
Very nice.
Here, let's do this too, just for the effect of having it. Hang on, the desk is dead.
Awesome.
So
Guys, anyone who's nearby Kevhorn, you can see he is breathing.
Is everything okay over there?
I fucking knew it.
I lean out of the door frame and I'm like, keep watching.
Okay.
are you moving the rug?
Yeah, I grab the rug and I toss it.
Yeah, I help. Yeah.
Yeah. Together we have power.
And it just smells absolutely horrible.
I'm just jumping down there.
I look out and I say, Varaya, come with us.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I said, Varaya, come with us.
So you guys are all going down?
Yeah, boys.
Sure.
I assume so.
Okay. You might have to click and drag your torches back out again.
Okay.
So the first thing that happens when you come down here is you notice that everything is dripping with water. It is moldy. It is dirty. There is sticky, dark liquid everywhere. In one of these cages, there is a dead child laying in the bottom, dirty and just cut and who knows what. There's some rubble in the corner, and there is what looks like a teenage boy smashed underneath the rubble and in this iron cage. These cages have all been opened up, and whatever was in them is gone. There's some clothing in some of them. Some of them have you might find a couple keepsakes, a copper coin, a doll, a toy, a wooden sword, things like that.
As I'm looking around, I'm like, by the gods. It was mistake.
You can see Kevhorn, his eyes keep darting back to Damien, but he's not saying anything. But you can see he's seething with rage.
If you look at Twiggy, he has this smirk on his face.
So I'll let you decide what happens to the smirk, but the first thing you see when you look through there is you look in that cage right to your right. The door is open, but laying on the ground in the corner of that cage is a shield. And it looks incredibly familiar.
But before any of that, as soon as I imagine I kind of stepped in here and I saw Twiggy smirk, I'm just gonna run up and I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
Twiggy, you'll take 1 bludgeoning damage from that. Actually, you want to roll? Yeah, you can
I'll
punch
be
him. It's
like,
fine.
what the hell?
You want me to roll?
Hitting me
something?
again?
No, you're
Damien?
fine. Unless he wants to you can hit him if he lets you hit him. So
Do you let me hit you, Twiggy? For effect.
I'm above hitting you.
Indiana Jones punching sound effect.
Slap. One went for more of a realistic sound. I went for more of a cartoon sound.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up the shield.
So as you're wiggling your little bit loose tooth in your mouth, the shield is clearly that of Civ.
Just glare at Damien.
I look over and
A shield onto my left arm and just backhand him with that left arm.
Ooh, a shield.
And I will turn and go, you bet. We could have saved our friend.
PvP.
We could have found her. But no, you had to tell us to go up north. You fall once again. And I'm walking out with this.
I as soon as he starts walking, I cast levitate and kind of lift him up into the air. I cast levitate and I say, "Stop! You."
Use suggestion on him. I'm gonna tell him to go to Hoth.
Oh shit!
It fails. Yeah, we're not gonna.
Can I say?
You guys can role play it out, but we're not gonna have player on player combat or anything. Or I imagine maybe you cast it and he starts to leave, and then maybe he shakes his head and he gets out of it at some point while he's walking across the basement. But
Yeah, as soon as I kind of levitate him up, I say, "You were the one that wanted to burn this house to the ground, all for a story."
Do you understand what would have happened if we started a fire in the middle of nowhere, full of snow on the trees above the building? The fire would have been put out.
Everyone inside would
It
have
would have
died.
been a bunch of smoke. It would have been smoke on the first floor, not the basement.
Oh,
The
you
house
two both
integrity
stop
would have been fine.
bickering.
But no, I will turn to him,
Would you have known
hold
that
him.
anyone was
I'll
down
hold up the shield and go. Anything, right now.
Look, you two, this needs to stop. I understand that you have lost a friend, but we are in
A
even
friend?
more shit.
Do you know how many friends we've lost?
Do you want the possibility of getting this one back? Then I assume it would be smart for both of you to stop fighting before I
Knowing Civ,
clobber both of your asses.
most likely still alive.
Most likely.
You guys
may have had her back by now.
hear laughter start coming from where you guys came down.
What's so funny, Berea?
Axe out.
Yeah, hand axe out.
I was further behind, so I'm ready.
Like how you
I'll let
guys
you
move
take the lead there.
back.
Well, she said she was in the ready. I'll let Vera take point.
Staff pointed downward.
So he's like, this like evil, just wicked looking thing stands there. The picture I think is a tiefling, but it's actually not a tiefling. It is a oh my gosh. Hang on, I'm looking for my notes. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it is a tiefling. My fault. Yes, no, it is a tiefling. But he looks emaciated. You know, he's scars all over his body. He's wearing like these dark robes and this big like bushy collar. He looks really strange and dirty, and he's just kind of like clapping and laughing.
What do you want? Who are you? What have you what have you done with the kids?
Oh, the children are gone. They have went on to their purpose.
That being.
Oh, well, why would I want to tell you?
Because I think your purpose is for my axe to cleave your head from your neck.
Oh, that would be quite the experiment now, wouldn't it?
Excuse me, miss. A woman in here, name is Sev. She's kind of a cleric. Do you know where she is? I'm looking for her. I'm kind of worried that she's in a bit of a bind. Can you please tell me? And yes, I would like to do a persuasion.
Go ahead and roll.
Wait, that's a woman?
It's a man. His voice is
gonna
very
say.
frail and
He said, "Excuse me, miss." Anyway, probably.
yeah, I would imagine so. Oh, well, there's a piece of her in the cauldron back there, and he kind of like points behind you guys at the burning cauldron. And he goes,
Insight?
there, yeah, you can roll if you want. And he goes, there might be, no, that piece got consumed. The rest of her, though, I believe left
My insight
with
is great.
everybody else. Vreya, you can tell he's telling the truth. Kevhorn, you have never heard somebody that makes more sense in your life. Like, you might want to, like, join this guy. Damien, you
Look at
also
Damien
believe
and be
him.
like, it's all your fault.
I take a step forward and I demonic breath. 60-foot line. DC Constitution or Dexterity saving throw. 8 plus. Oh wait, you know I can just roll it and it'll tell.
There you go.
DC of 15.
21.
So made the save, so take 8 damage.
It's like it hits him. And he starts laughing, and he goes, finally, an adventure. And everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, boy.
Head of the.
Oh, actually, real quick, while you're rolling initiative, Twiggy, did you run over there as soon as he pointed at it or something? Or are you just starting there?
Yep. I have no idea that they're gonna fight.
Yeah, you're still levitated, aren't you?
No, I let him down. Probably.
Okay. Turn order. Here it is. Ah, it took a while to need a turn order this game.
All right, initiative. I'm a fucking idiot.
I rolled a 16. Forgot to click my thing though.
So selfish.
Fucking 5.
End turn. What'd you roll? 15, you said? 16.
16.
Whoops. And then it's ascending. Nope. Damn it. I always get that wrong.
Descending. You had a 50-50 chance.
I know. I always get it wrong, too. Okay.
Torch is taking second place.
Yeah, not the torch, me.
Oh, I added the torch. Oops. Whoopsie. Okay. Did you want Javant in the turn order, or how are you going to handle that?
I can't directly add him because there's no initiative button for him. But oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. What is Javant going to do first?
Well, I can tell you what I'm planning on doing. So, what is Javant planning on doing? Javant's just gonna run back here.
Fair enough. What does that demonic breath look like, by the way?
Basically like black tar.
Ooh. That sounds horrible. It's like it just like coats him. And he like shakes it off and he's like, finally an adventure. And then he is going to Why are half of these not missing? Didn't copy all the information. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it returns the favor. Oh, with an 8 though. So he
The
fails.
natural 1 though.
Yeah. So it hits like the inside of this room here and reflects back on him a little bit and it burns him. He's going to take a couple points of damage from messing that up. And then he is going to start moving towards you guys. He gets to about here. And he's laughing hysterically and maniacally.
Question, does 5e have flanking?
I do not do flanking.
You don't do flanking.
Nope.
Ugh.
Unless there's a rogue. That's an assassin.
Damien.
Otherwise, why would you play that color character?
All right.
Right.
My eyes almost look like they're like burning red. I shoot across like out of my like staff. Shoots like this thin like beam shot that just shoots out like an arrow. And it's going to fly past this guy. It's going to land right about here. Streak is going to land there and collect into this tiny ball, and then it's just going to explode into a 40-foot wide sphere. I'm casting Fireball.
Just. You might actually hit Kevlorn with that.
No, well,
Yeah.
it's the center. I'm putting the center here, and it's 20-foot radius.
So it would be a 20-foot radius.
Oh, right. Okay. I gotcha. So another dexterity save?
Yeah, boy. Come on, bud. Ah, damn it.
Dude, he's good at
I
these
have-
dex saves. Oh, wow. It's a lot of damage. So he takes 14 damage then?
I think so.
So that explodes as he's walking towards you guys, and he's like, oh, and he goes, whoa, peculiar. I wonder if I use your hand, if I can do that as well. You should give it to me. And then Twiggy, what are you going to do?
Are there actual papers right here?
Oh yeah, that desk is loaded with notes and papers and stuff. a lot of like bot drawings of like anatomy and like sewing body parts together and all kinds of weird stuff like that.
Irrelevant information about these people.
Nothing about whatever this guy is, but it's just basically like potions and stuff to do with like dark magic and that kind of stuff.
Meh, I'm too frustrated. I'm just shoving it all into a bag if I can.
Yeah, you shovel it all into your pack, and I will say that's interacting with an object. So you can still move and attack if you wanted to.
I will. And notice that they're actually fighting. And I'll take out my banjo since it wasn't being taken out, and that should end my turn.
Yes, it will. Miss Lone Walker.
Is that seriously your last name?
No,
Oh.
not anymore. It was when I first created the character, though.
Oh, it's still kind of like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's badass.
Well, I haven't taken damage yet, so I can't rage, but I will run up on his ass. If I can click on the thing. There we go. That's the torch.
You can just move those out of the way.
I fixed it. Okay, and I will, I'm gonna try and hit him, I guess. I have disadvantage,
Why do you have disadvantage?
because I'm using my great axe one-handed.
Oh.
Nope.
A lot of natural ones tonight.
So you
This is a very important question, though. Would a 9 hit him?
No. No,
Okay.
unfortunately it does not.
Okay.
So you swing the great axe and you just hit the wall like next to him. And it just ricochets out of your hand. It just goes bouncing like behind him.
That's unfortunate.
And he's just eyeing you.
I guess I'm just gonna try and punch him. That's just
You roll strength.
20 plus your strength, right?
Yeah,
And then am I proficient? I'm proficient.
I would think so.
Proficient in fucking people up.
That's right. Just don't roll another one. Oh damn, that hit him.
Nice.
Okay.
I believe just punching somebody is 1 plus your strength for damage. Strength modifier.
I think you're right.
So what is your modifier? Is 4?
Yep.
So you hit him,
So-
punch him for 5 damage.
Yep. To punch him right in the face.
You just thud and just yeah. He's gonna try and kill you later.
All right.
So you just wait there, Missy. Go ahead, Kevorn.
I'm gonna move up to here. I'm going to bonus action use my Belor's Eye. And I'm gonna give him disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Oh. How long does that last? Just until he makes an
it-
attack?
It lasts until he makes an attack, and I can only use it once for every 24 hours on one target.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I can only use it once on him for the next 24 hours, but I don't think he'll last that long. And then I am going to stab him with my hand axe. 23, 5 damage.
So 5 damage.
Nice fireball, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Nice fireball.
You guys are beating on this guy. Javant.
Javon, is there any way for you to give like him a sight aura? Because I can't really see anything
Oh,
from him.
yeah. Hang on. Is that better?
I have to go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh wait,
Okay.
actually, I forgot to hang on. I didn't click a button.
Oh, there it goes. I am going to. Shoo-doo-doo. Yeah, okay. So he is going to just simply just kind of run up next to me. Nothing really more.
All right.
Can't really get in there.
So the necromancer reaches out and he tries to grab onto Varea, and this will be with disadvantage. Does a 17 hit you?
Yep.
So she bites into you. He bites into you, dealing 17 necrotic damage. And you notice that as he
Okay, I'm back.
bites into you and starts like drinking, you can tell he's starting to regain strength.
Ow. This is good though. Because I'm about to get real angry.
That was blood you don't really need. It's fine. You have more.
Yep. Yep. My body makes more all the time.
Oh, did you get vampiric touched?
Yep.
He drew blood and just started like absorbing it. Damien.
I'm just gonna firebolt his face.
Yeah, boy. Fuck him up.
Go.
You got him.
25.
Nice.
14.
Nice.
Holy shit.
D10.
Jesus,
That does a
dude.
lot of damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
So that hits him in the face, like right as he's like trying to like drink very dry blood, and just boom, he just like looks at you.
Grr.
Twiggy.
Twiggy is actually going to cast a spell.
Is he gonna start tapping his foot? Chicken naps.
And he's gonna go, tell me who is the leader of your group and where I can find him.
Wisdom saving throw. 15.
DC save.
Oh, what is a DC save? Sorry. Did anybody hear him? Oh, 15. Okay.
15.
Oh,
he
he meets it.
saves.
He saves it
Oh
then.
man.
Yeah. So like you say that, and like he goes to like answer you, and he just kind of like smiles as the fireball hits him in the face, and he's just like shaking his head at you, like no, he's not going to tell you nothing.
I start playing my
Tell you anything.
You can't handle the truth. Varia, what are you gonna do?
All right. So he just bit me, and I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, "Might I ask your name?"
He smiles really big, and he just goes, "Well, I am a part of the Horde."
I don't care. I would like to rage.
That's just rude.
He looks happy that you're doing this. That you look angry.
Yeah. So bonus action to rage, and then I'm going to. Like, how far away is my axe?
You would have to get past him, and it's like over here. ish.
Think about it.
So-
If you hit this round, you don't have disadvantage, and you will do at least 10 damage. If you move, you will take an attack of op.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
does he have a weapon out?
Yeah, he carries a staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It does so much more damage than punching him, though. Okay.
Do you have
Grapple him?
disadvantage? It's up to you. It's completely up to you.
Well, my disadvantage isn't as bad as it could be, though, because if either of them would hit him, then I do half damage because of my feet. But yeah, okay, I'll just punch him a couple times. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
5 damage?
5 damage.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I have resistance to non-magical slashing and piercing damage. So that 1 point of damage I took earlier would have been half to 0.5 damage.
I round up though, so it would have been.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
And 22. So
Damn.
5.
Oh, you punched him twice.
Yeah,
So another
get,
5. Yeah,
I get 2 attacks.
nice.
Are you punching with your stomp, or you just single-handedly bap this guy?
Yeah, no, just like 2 jabs. Left jabs.
That's so funny. Just douche douche. She says, "Ow, ow."
He's like licking his own blood off his face.
That's gross.
That's disgusting.
It's really gross.
Not that Freya probably wouldn't do the same thing when she's raging. I mean, I don't know. She doesn't know.
And he goes, "The children's was better." And then Kevhorn, what are you gonna do?
I totally forgot. I get an extra attack.
Yeah, I thought I saw that
This
on
is
your
awesome.
sheet as well, or in the thing I was reading, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if he has that."
Yeah, I just completely forgot about it. So I'm gonna hit him once for 10. I'm gonna hit him twice for 8.
18 damage. Wow. He looks like he's still maintaining that persona of, screw you guys, I'm the best. Like he's laughing and just like taking these blows. But he looks like he's like about to fall over. Javant.
Let's see.
Javon, just run over and bite him in the nuts.
John's gonna kind of. Yeah, Javon's gonna kind of run up here. These two. And just kind of start just yammering and making noise. As a form of distraction. And what this is the help action to give me advantage next turn.
Sounds good. Just a second, and he will be taking his turn. I just need to look something up real quick. I am missing something. Waiting on the DM.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do. Why can't I find it? I know I have it. I know I do, I promise. I can't believe how fast you guys killed this guy. Or killing this guy, rather.
Level 5.
Yeah, right? I gotta...
Level 5 against one target. Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of like focus fire, right?
Yeah,
Um,
focus on the boss. Plus, think about it. You have 2 combat characters who have been aching for combat.
Yeah, that too, I guess, right?
Well, I mean, I've been aching for combat. I don't know about Vera. I get to use all my cool things. I just need you to hit me so I get to use Demon's Endurance. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
So he is gonna cast this spell, and it's called Cloud Kill.
Oh.
So he's going
Uh-oh.
to cast it on himself, and it's gonna shoot out 20 feet.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm making sure it's not if it's a radius or a diameter.
Pretty
Radius.
sure it's
Yeah,
radius.
so it goes out 20 feet around him, covering like this whole area. The frog spreads around corners. It lasts for the duration. Sphere of poisonous yellow fog centered on a point you choose within range. It lasts for the duration or until strong wind ends the spell. It also heavily obscures everything. So I need everyone that he'll hit make a Constitution saving throw.
Ah,
Yay.
shit.
Not
That was
charisma.
Aha.
Damien, I don't think it hits you.
What the?
Oh, the weasel got it. God, everyone made it but me.
That's actually a good thing. Let me roll the damage real quick.
Kevin, aren't you a dwarf technically? So
Yeah,
you
I'm
have like advantage against.
My race is technically half ghost.
Oh, okay.
As nice as that would be.
Each spell level. Okay, no, he just did this. Oh, I guess it could have been worse.
Jesus, that hurt.
So, those of you who succeeded took half damage. Those of you who failed take the full 34 damage.
That's 17.
Yes.
Javant just evaporates into the air.
His little, like, pipe just hits the ground.
Boy,
quick
guys. I'm hurting.
Yeah, same.
And
I have 13 hit points.
he takes
Okay, I'm
a
not that bad.
deep breath in and then just goes, ah, an adventure. And he just, like, falls to the ground dead.
That's weird.
That cloud will remain there for a little bit. But you guys would need to move out of it. Otherwise,
I grab him by the horn and I start dragging him out.
so you're going to drag him up the stairs?
No, I'm
Oh, no,
dragging
that
him
way,
here.
okay.
And I'm gonna take him into this room.
Varia, come out.
That's about where the cloud
Guys.
is.
Yeah, I drag him into this room.
Guys, I suggest you leave.
What?
I suggest you leave the room. This isn't gonna be pretty.
I'm still raging. I don't care. You
Okay.
took my target away.
Oh, yeah. It's
Well,
in there.
I take him into this room.
Yeah.
So he's in here, and I put him up against the wall, away from the door. No, like right here. There you go.
Do you guys mind if we end soon, by the way?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just want to do one last thing.
I'm waiting for Kevorn to finish up here.
I just want to make sure anyone who doesn't want to see something gross, I'd look away.
Twiggy moves closer into the room.
With his pen and paper, ready to write a story.
I would
Roy
like
is
to use.
kicking a wall.
I would like to use.
Please proceed.
Devour.
You're going to devour him?
I'm gonna devour him.
I don't have it up in front of me. What does that do again?
I'll read it. A demon eater can eat some of the remains of their opponent as a way to gain nutrition, vitality, and a part of the soul. This can be done a number of times to your charisma modifier, minimum 1 per long rest. When you devour a creature, you gain temporary hit points equal to your level plus your charisma modifier, minimum 1. And then it goes on to say what you can do at higher levels, but I can't get those abilities yet. So basically, I gain 9 temporary hit points.
Okay.
While
Cool.
you're eating it, I'm trying to pull off its clothing. I'm like, no, don't eat this.
Basically, what happens is you can see my jaw unhinge, and it's sort of like this weird ghostly maw just appears with rows and rows of teeth into the back of my throat, and I just bite off his head. And I just crunch it and just and I swallow and
Leave his clothing so I can search it.
I just ate his head.
Okay,
And then I spit on his corpse and I leave the room.
just the corpse.
So you Twiggy, I will give out the loot and all that stuff next time, just because I know we're gonna have to explain some things. So I will make sure we'll start the next session with that. What you guys find, what cool things you get off this guy. But before we end it,
One final thing. Demon's Endurance. Hoorah!
hoorah!
Come on, roll, damn it. I heal 8 points.
Yay! So as this
Oh,
cloud of this like green yellow kind of like fog just sits there, it slowly kind of starts like moving in different directions. Oops, not that. This does. It kind of like just drifts this way, and imagine you guys just kind of move out of the way, and it eventually over time, it seems to start thinning out, but it kind of remains where it is. While you guys are kind of waiting for this cloud to go away, and Kevhorn's eating all of these remains, like a light kind of shines through, and the cloud kind of disappears, and standing where the cloud was is the woman that you guys saw in that zombie horde. And she stands there, beautiful. One thing you'll notice is that she is no longer carrying a staff. And that is where we will end the session.
That
Fair.
was something
Oh,
that
sorry,
happened before we joined, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Twiggy and
Okay.
Damien can
I was
explain all
like,
that to you
I
guys.
don't remember a zombie horde. I don't think I checked out that much.
So that would be it.
Night of Blackness. I can post that in our chat.
Okay.
What actually happened.
Yeah, there's a whole story around that and everything. But yeah, so I will end the stream. We had I broke a record. I had like 8 people, I think, or 9 people at one time. That was really exciting for me because I've never been that high. So thanks everybody.